issues.
We exceeded our mark quota.
We did. She's all right. She's all right with that. Claudia, you're okay with the mark quota right now, aren't you?
2 marks make a party.
I can't. I just caught you now. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I might have hit the wrong button. We got.
Yeah, I have been waiting because I'm thinking, where are you guys?
Oh, I might have had to hit up on the wrong button because we were testing stuff yesterday. So you didn't hear Mark Piersman in the studio. So he's got.
I didn't hear anything. I just heard. It's silence.
Yeah, Mark's in studio with us. He's kind of got this Eric Trump thing going on here.
Good morning, Congresswoman. I don't know. Are you like busting my chops about my hair?
No, I like it. Seriously, I think we're all groomed here.
Oh God, you got Piersman.
That's right, Claudia.
He's only sitting in for a second. Rocco's here. Mark is here as well.
I wish I could have come down to the studio.
That would have been a lot of fun.
You can come down.
Oh,
well, maybe were you too busy singing New York State of Mind in the shower or what?
No.
Did you watch that at all last night, Claudia? The debate between the Republican and the Democrat seeking the seat for governor here in New York State, a.k.a. Governor.
I did not. I heard that it was on last night. Was it in Spectrum or on?
No, it was on CBS, but it was on the radio first initially, then it was played later. But you were busy catering, or hosting, I guess is a better word, part of the Trump family.
Yes. Yeah, it was fun last night. We had a blast. It was a great day.
So you brought him in, and I don't know if there was a separate or private kind of event with Eric, but I know you went on a tour with him to Rivera Manufacturing in Rome. And then I think you brought him back and met with a lot of your volunteers and supporters there at the New Hartford headquarters.
Yeah, it was great. He was. I actually had not met him before. He's the only one I haven't met. And obviously, I've met Trump Jr. and his new girlfriend, Guilfoyle, a couple times. And then
is he divorced yet? Claudia?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
He's not divorced yet, is he?
You bring that up as the Hey!
Guilfoyle is one of my favorite names, by the way.
Is the divorce finalized?
He's got a girlfriend. He has no divorce yet?
I think
married?
they're legally separated. Yeah. They've been separated. I think they've been separated for a long time.
Right.
I've met her like twice. That's it. And I've met him a number of times. He comes to a lot of events in D.C. And then I've never met Eric. I've seen him a lot on TV, but he is such a nice guy. He's really tall.
Yeah, he looked
6'5".
6'5", wow.
I saw him standing next to you, and you're pretty tall. But
I know, you look like my size.
Huge. Claudia, does he have a position with the government, or is he strictly employed by Trump Enterprises, if you know?
All I know is that he works for the Trump or whatever his organization. I don't know what the names of the companies are. I know he does that. I think he's part of like there's maybe a political group that he's part of, but he's not part of the government. He's not a part of the governmental part.
So he's not on the federal government payroll?
No,
as far as you know?
I don't think any of them are. I don't think Ivanka
none of them are?
I think they just do that. Ivanka's just an advisor. I don't think I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But no, he is such a nice guy. He is so. I really, really liked him. We just hit it off right away. And had a great conversation. He's totally down to earth. He's really smart. He's very interesting. He's very funny. He has a great sense of humor. And we got to talk about it. And he's very quick. He picks things up. He loves Revere. He loves going around and just seeing this old factory and hearing the history of Revere, hearing the history of our region, which obviously I'd love to emphasize, and talking about Revere being the oldest manufacturing company in the country, which is really amazing for him. And we talked about all kinds of issues. I mean, we went to tour the plant. We met all the different employees. Everybody was there. The management team gave them like a little breakdown, and then we went on the floor and got to meet lots of people. We got to meet the union leadership of United Auto Workers, and it was really neat. I mean, they were terrific. Everybody was really nice.
Claudia.
He sat and talked. He spent a lot of time talking with people. It was really impressive.
So I just want to throw out this, I'm not sure if you've seen this statement from Brindisi's campaign, your opponent, in response to hosting Eric Trump. They wrote, Claudia Tenney thinks this campaign will be won by bringing the president's Thanksgiving table to our area. But people are all but begging their congresswoman to talk turkey on critical issues like health care, Social Security, and increasing cable rates. We're still waiting. I'm not sure what talk turkey means, but do you have any response to, I guess, along the lines that they feel you're bringing this part of Trump's family here? What's that really do as far as addressing the issues that people want to talk about?
That's all we do is talk about the issues every day. I don't go to these canned and set up town halls, so-called town halls with the resist movement and listen to them shout and scream. I've already met with them numerous times and talked to them. Eric Trump has been talking about what his father stands. If you listen to, to be honest with you, I haven't seen any of the media accounts, but he's coming in to talk about all the important issues, the things that his father has done and the things that we've done together and what he supports. And I thought he was really impressive. He really knows the issues. He was very much a part of his father's campaign. He was working with going door to door. He was doing phone calls. He was telling us that when President Trump's phenomenal win in 2016, they did 60 million phone calls. So what we really wanted to do, we came to the call center, which is where everybody is, in our headquarters, and he went and talked to everybody. How many calls are you making? What are people saying? How's it going? Here's what we did. Here's what we did. He was very much a part of Trump's campaign and really inspired everybody. It was amazing. We have people that are making. We have a woman who's terrific. She made 1,000 calls a day, I think, last week. And she's just so devoted. She loves it. She loves doing it. And he was there to energize our base and get us excited and talk about what's making America great, why things are going well, to dispense the lies that the Brindisi campaign puts out. And honestly, that doesn't sound like something that Anthony Brindisi would say. That sounds like something his campaign manager put out. And so,
yeah, that was from Alan Foster.
Yeah.
Right.
Claudia, did Eric share with you any of the thoughts that he or that his father have in terms of going forward for the next 2 years, what they have in mind, what is on the agenda in terms of the economy, in terms of health care, in terms of immigration? Any of that shared with you at all by Eric?
Of course. That's what we talk about every day, and that's what we talk about every day.
And can you share some of that with us?
Congress. Yeah, we talk
going
about
forward.
The fact that going forward, the president's trying to get the next round of tax cuts done. I think it's about a 10% tax cut for middle-class workers. They've already gotten a significant cut. We're going to get even a bigger one. We talk about the facts. The facts are, and I still haven't met anyone, even some of the protesters, who can say that they didn't get a tax cut. Only the wealthiest people have gotten, did not get a tax. In the end, they're probably not going to get a tax cut. Their rate might have gone down, but just slightly by 2%. But they're not getting the giant state and local tax deduction that they've been getting as a lifeline for the wealthiest people, because, that's what that we need to lower taxes in the state and the federal government. Anthony Brindisi's continue to raise taxes. And I ask everybody this question. Somebody come to me and tell me if your taxes have been lowered on your home. I've lived in my house for almost 29 years. My taxes are 3 times what they were when I moved into my house. My property taxes haven't gone down. Our sales tax hasn't gone down. It was, went up till we're 10% at one point for the so-called Medicaid tax, and then went back to a higher rate than it was before. So I've been living in this community for years, my whole life. I haven't seen our taxes go down. And finally, our taxes are actually going down on the national level. And understand something. Everybody is getting a tax cut in terms of their rate, and the 95%, mostly all the lower and middle income taxpayers, are getting a tax cut. And it's a transfer of wealth of somewhere between $500 million and $600 million directly from the federal treasury into your paycheck. So, it is not coming through a scam that the governor puts up with freeze or whatever.
Claudia, I think you mentioned that Trump has recently been talking about this new tax cut that would just go solely to the middle class. I think you mentioned 10%. That he said that they're working on now, and of course you guys are out on the road right now prior to the election, so nothing's going to happen prior to the election, but I think that he's saying that once they get back, it's going to be ready to go, and you guys are going to be tackling that. But the bottom line, though, is here you're talking about another tax cut, and also at the same time there's talk about the deficit rising significantly, and then next year even, I think, exceeding $1 trillion. So can all of this really be paid for, or is there really a deficit issue that needs to be addressed, whether it's increasing revenue or cutting spending?
Yeah, of course it all has to be addressed, but the biggest problem we have is we need more people getting back to work and paying into Social Security and Medicare and paying into the system to make it sound. And by the way, on the whole deficit, here are the Democrats under President Obama, the largest increase in our deficit in history for an 8-year period. It was unprecedented. So they created this massive government. We cannot stop the massive